Welcome back to Tokyo Fresh. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with David.
Hello, I'm not dead.
David's not
I'm not
dead.
I'm very glad to not be dead.
My,
I look disheveled, but not dead.
you look fine, my dude, considering you had the Roni.
Yeah, it was not fun. I'll
Not at
I'll
all.
say that much. It was definitely very like on the Saturday. Hang on, we're what it. Why is orange sushi tabatai?
I was like, what is that? I thought that was coming. I thought I was hearing that in my head. I was
No,
like,
no,
oh
sorry.
no, there's music playing in
Sushi
my
tabatai.
skull again.
Yeah, it's excellent. No, excellent song. Go look up sushi tabatai by Orange
It's very
Range.
good.
No, but I'm not dead. But it was very evident on that episode, that what I thought was a cold, definitely was not. Because by the end of that night, I had like a fever of like 38 degrees.
Yeah,
and-
I was getting, because I went fishing like the next day. So I was getting updates from David. David's like, my fever has gone up. It's higher. It's even higher than that. And I'm there like, this is probably COVID, I thought. But I was like, I don't know. So I'm not going to scare the boy and be like, I think it's COVID. Like, no one likes someone like, it's going to be, no one likes someone that if you got a cold, they're screaming, oh, it's COVID. We got to,
yeah,
fuck,
right.
it's COVID. Like, we don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get the test. Let's chill. So
I'm good. I am good. Thank you.
turns out it
for-
was. Thank God for that. I got like it's like the second because of my job. I'm always like going like I'm always traveling around the country. So like
Yeah.
every client is like before you do anything, they're like, you vaccinated? And you go, yeah. They
Yeah.
go, could you also get a quick COVID test, quick certificate? Let me know that you're a healthy man for this trip. And obviously like sure. You're in Tokyo. They're free, easy to get.
Yep.
So the second you were like about COVID, I was like, oh, need to get this test.
Okay.
ASAP.
Can I talk about my trip on Monday to
Yes.
the hospital?
Did you? Oh my God! Tell me about how you got your test. Go on.
Okay, so I took a test on I think it was Sunday morning.
Okay.
Saturday morning? No, because you came on Saturday.
I
so it
came-
would have been on Sunday.
It was
morning.
Sunday. Yeah.
So I took a test on Sunday morning, and it's like, you know how like in the test, it's like, oh, please allow 15 minutes for this to like show up properly,
load,
so you
yeah.
can see the both lines. Like I put my spit in that bitch, and it was like beep. It's like 100%. You were
Holy
100%
shit.
like in 10 seconds, both of those lines were there, and I'm like, seems pretty positive. So
Whoa. Yeah.
Monday, I go to
That's
the
funny.
hospital here, and I don't know, like, this pissed me off because like this is the worst way to handle this, right? So like you want to keep people segregated, right?
Yeah, of course.
If they have COVID,
Yeah.
they decided the best place to keep me was outside in the cold in a like unmoving ambulance with the door open, and I was at this hospital for like 2 fucking hours outside.
Outside.
Yeah.
You're gonna get. You probably just
You're gonna
have, like,
get worse.
You probably
Yeah.
just have like a normal cold now on top of fucking COVID.
Yeah, exactly, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was not impressed to say the least. Sitting there.
Japan's handling of COVID, both in distributing the vaccine and dealing with like the infection once you have it, has been fucking terrible. Like
Yep.
not as bad as the glorious USA or the equally glorious UK, but it's still pretty fucking bad, honestly.
I
Like,
mean, it's funny that you mentioned this, right? Because like, immediately, I think it was like after like the day I had been to the hospital, I was just scrolling through Twitter because what are you gonna do? You're fucking stuck at home and you're dying.
yeah, you're fucked.
And people are like, oh, you can't even go. Like someone who I assume lived in Japan, like it seemed to imply that they did. That were like, you can't even go to the hospital and get medicine. And I just literally do this. I look over at the medicine I got from the hospital today, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like this is just like blatantly false.
There is like you guys have to be really careful about like the amount of like sort of fake bullshit being peddled by a lot of like
God.
foreigners who live here and don't sort of understand what the fuck is going on, but
Yeah.
also by people who just like are generally just trying to push false information. Like I saw some while ago on LinkedIn. I wish I screenshot this. I saw a post,
Sorry.
and it was back from when I remember seeing this post ages ago. We probably spoke about it. We did speak about it. That's why I
Yes,
remember.
yeah.
It was ages ago back when there was an elevator that was like, this elevator is for foreigners only.
Yes, yeah,
And
I
this
remember
other
that.
elevator is for Japanese people only. I think it was like an Appa hotel or something like that. It was a massive fucking shitstorm came out of it. The post was
Yes,
being
I
shared on
remember that.
Twitter and Instagram, and everyone's like, "Oh, this fucking hotel review bombed them. Fuck these guys." Then the management came out and they were like, "My bad. Mabi.
Right, yeah.
Like, we fucked up the translations, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, it is what it was. We sorry, we apologize, you know, gomenne, you know?
It is what it was, but at the same time...
It was fucked.
Yeah,
it is what it was, and what it was fucked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it was. So, that was like years ago, 3 years ago now. I'm scrolling on LinkedIn because I got a message from someone asking me something about job something. So I'm like, oh, I'm on LinkedIn now. Let me catch up on like things I need to do. So this guy adds me. So I accept his little ad. I'm scrolling through his like profile or whatever, and I see the exact same photo. I was like, wow, this is the photo from like 2-3 years ago. But the way he was explaining it, he was making it seem like this happened to him, and it also happened like yesterday. So I was like,
I mean, that's the Gaijin persecution complex.
you know it.
The thing that happened 8 years on a random Tuesday at 8 p.m. was yesterday.
And it was me.
And it was me.
So
it was the worst thing I ever experienced.
So I was like, this man is probably, his writing's probably just bad. Let me jump into the comments, because there's some outrage going on down here. People are outraged. Let me jump into these comments and be like, hey man, sounds like you're saying this happened to you, but this happened like 3 years ago to a rando. And I commented on it, and he goes, no, I've not been to Tokyo in 3 years. Actually, this happened to me in a hotel in Nagano. And I was like, bro, Google reverse image search is a thing, and for these exact reasons. So I just posted like the articles showing the same. I was like, bro, same photos, same wrinkles in the paper, same pin marks in the paper, it's the exact same photo. And I went down his comments, and every single comment that was there, I just posted that, like all the articles. I was like, here you go, just
enter,
copy paste, send, paste to every single person. Because I was like, this man is eventually going to delete this post, but before he does, I need every person fast enough to know this man has nothing.
I mean, it's the same fucking shit as like that fucking there's that one guy who's shown up again on Twitter, and you know the motherfucker I'm talking about. That jug-eared motherfucker.
Never once been to Japan, never lived here in his life, but commenting about...
I can't believe someone would go on the internet and just tell lies.
Bro.
True.
Dan, I was so surprised. In all my years on the internet.
Not once have I believed a lie.
Not once have I seen a lie, Dad, let me tell you. Honestly, absolutely. Because I was like, it was less like, I don't mind if you lie well on the internet. There's that meme, like me when I spread misinformation on the internet. It's funny. I fucking love that shit. But if you're going to spread misinformation, do it in a comical, fun way that's bullshit.
Right.
Don't...
Or about shit that ultimately doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Don't try to, like, raise arms about, like, some random hotel thing that happened, like, 3 years ago, respectfully to you, that didn't happen to you. Just because you want to be like, I'm a victim too. Guys...
I'm a victim too.
I'm a victim too. If it happened to one of us, it happened to all of us, you know? I'm a victim too. Guys, one time a man looked at me straight in the eye and he said to me, Nihongo Jozu, and I didn't know what he meant. I was very upset about
people
it.
Who are like, the Gaijin community. I'm like, what does that even fucking mean, dude?
I'm sorry, what community?
Yeah.
We're all just here. Like, there's no community. Like, right?
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Not while I'm drinking coffee. I almost choked. That meme. What about the droid attack on the Wookiee?
What about it?
I love that shit. But 100%, like, a lot of a lot of like the weird sort of outraged stuff that happens on like Gaijin Twitter or like in real life is very much sometimes it's blown out of proportion to an extent that's kind of wild.
Oh yeah,
I want to say.
I don't know. The thing that like annoys me the most is that there's the one dude, and I know you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
Who's just like, he's just a perma fucking tourist. But he's saying shit like as a gaijin, if you're living in Japan, it's your duty to not wear a mask. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I saw that. Yeah. This guy's like tweet was, if you're a gaijin, it's your duty. Oh, didn't he also say like what did he say? The Tokugawa era or something like that?
Like the Edo period?
He was like, listen, I'm a weeb and history major, and I can tell you from my advanced readings, especially in the Japanese Tamagotchi era, there are a lot. He might as well have said that, the fucking dickhead. Like, he had no idea what he's talking about.
I mean, like, I get it. He's Tokugawa era, but like, what? When he was the shogun, when he was a daimyo,
when he was born?
When he was born, like
technically his entire life is
the Tokugawa era, right? Yeah, so it's like, What do you mean? Like, I mean, that's getting pedantic, but at the same
No.
time, it's just like,
No. I'm gonna have to be pedantic just because if you are presenting yourself to be this
the
source,
Japan expert,
there we
right?
go. You're presenting yourself as a Japan expert. I'm knowledgeable. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to X, Y, and Z about Japan. You can't be making these. You can't be slipping up like that. Like you can't be making like these very obvious small mistakes, or even these like obvious like more larger mistakes. You can't do that. Like
As someone who does have a, an actual degree in Japanese history,
he does.
not a single motherfucker would ever call it the Tokugawa era
No.
unless they're doing it like offhandedly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. It's silly, especially on your official quote unquote like Japan expert.
Where you're like, oh, it's like people who are like, oh, my job is planning trips in Japan, and it's like, what the fuck do you know about politics in a country you don't fucking live in and you visit like for 2 weeks?
For 2 weeks
Like,
out
man,
of the year.
shut up.
Shut up. There is a lot of like armchair experts on Japan. Luckily, thank fuck that Twitter is now on fire and will
Good.
soon be gone forever.
Oh yes, I hope
Hopefully.
Twitter burns.
I have been praying nightly. I've been doing my what the Catholics do? Rosaries.
Rosary.
I'm not a religious man, but I've been doing them.
Fair enough.
But I've been doing like the ones from the Buddhist temples. I've been praying either way. I'm like, yo, let Twitter crash and burn.
Let me put it this way. Like, people are like, oh no, Elon Musk, he's there, he's terrible, he's off. Elon Musk is the best thing to happen to Twitter because he's destroying fucking Twitter.
The only thing about the whole like sort of explosion of Twitter that I'm sad about is that like the amount of people losing their jobs.
That sucks. That's
fucking
not cool.
sucks. That's not cool, dude. Like him going into imploding Twitter, I'm like, this is hilarious. I'm down for this.
It's only been like a month.
It's only been a month, yo.
I don't even think it's been that long. It's been like 2 weeks.
It's pretty impressive. Like to speed run the destruction of Twitter.
A
this quickly.
multi-million-dollar company.
It's amazing. He might as well have just solved world hunger. The stupid fuck. Like, didn't he say was it like $8 billion?
I mean, this man said he was going to solve traffic by building a tunnel. Like,
what? There'll be traffic in the tunnel.
yeah. Well,
Wait,
he
what?
didn't think that far ahead.
What the fuck?
That's what I mean, right? It's like,
Elon Musk. There's all this traffic. What
listen,
do you do?
I'm gonna solve travel over the ocean. Build a plane.
Gonna build a plane, guys. Listen, I've solved it.
Solved it. Done.
Listen, it's my new invention. I call it the boat.
Right.
All the
He
Mustangs just
makes like a one prop helicopter. He's like, my plane.
my plane. Ooh, I hate this man. I don't know, he's such an absolute idiot. Honestly, I'm loving watching the discourse on Twitter and YouTube about people discussing sort of like the slow burn of Twitter, and also the sort of Elon Musk stands discussing like how Elon's like a self-made heir, and he's like, he did it all by hard work and bootstraps and stuff. And I don't know about
And the illegal emerald diamond mines.
There we go. I didn't
South
know
Africa.
about Elon's like history or whatever, because I don't care about these people. So
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't. It's like, oh, this guy's a billionaire. Cool. He probably done some shady shit to get there. Whatever.
Right.
And everyone's like, no, he's a genius. And I'm like, cool. People are saying he's a genius. Don't care. Like, is he gonna give me some money? No. Is he gonna give me anything? No.
No.
Has he done anything for me personally?
Mm-mm.
No. Do not care. Like, whatever. Don't give a shit. Do whatever you want. And then now, because like he's become like slowly been pushed more into the limelight, more of his like really shitty business dealings have come out, and it's been
some of them
it's-
not great.
wow.
Mhm,
Wow.
mhm, mhm.
Like constantly taking like government subsidies to keep like Tesla basically above water.
Afloat, yeah.
People are ordering cars and they just don't get the cars. Have you heard about this? They like, you know, the what's the truck called? The that shitty cyber truck.
Cybertruck.
You know, they've not built any of those yet.
Yeah,
But- People have ordered them. People have paid for them. People are still paying for the trucks. They're just not coming. He's just like, is this just like the biggest like Ponzi scheme? Is that what this is? Listen,
kind of, yeah.
I
I
ain't trying
mean,
to
like,
get, I ain't trying to get sued by Elon Musk, but let me tell you, this is very. Listen, if this was Japan, I would serve this scheme up with a little bit sashimi, a little
yeah,
ponzu.
it's a little bit much, right?
I don't like it, but it's been very interesting watching the slow burn of Twitter.
Mm.
Guys, let us know. Are you excited about the destruction of Twitter? I
don't need to ask. I just do a poll.
am asking the chat.
Hang on.
I agree, shallow and pedantic.
Yep. Start a poll. Twitter on fire. Good or bad?
Kind of love like live streaming the podcast only because it's fun. Like doing.
Should I add
polls
another
and stuff.
option?
Good, very good. Oh yeah, bad. Good. That good poll. Good poll. Good poll.
There you go.
The options.
Poll
were
is live.
good, very good, bad,
Bad? Bad.
bad. Could it?
Maybe bad with an asterisk, right?
Yeah. Could it be? Could it be bad? No.
It could be.
I was. This is one of the things I had on the document because Twitter is actually, for those that don't know, Twitter's massive in Japan.
Yeah.
Fucking huge in Japan. Like it's comparable, maybe even bigger than sort of Instagram use on like usership alone. Twitter is like a thing people use to the extent where working in PR, sometimes we'll have clients like, hey, could they tweet about the thing happening? And we're like, they don't have Twitter. Like we have influencers who only have like YouTube and like Instagram.
Right.
Or YouTube and like, I don't know, they'll have like a private Discord thing going on. So we had one client that was like, hey, could the influencer Facebook post about this? And we're like, they don't. No, they have their own personal Facebook with like their family on it.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
don't think it's worth the money we're paying. Oh, I see. Could they tweet about this? I mean, they don't have a Twitter, so they can't do that either. And they're just watching them be really confused about the Facebook thing they get. They're like, oh, that makes sense. But the Twitter thing, there's always like a pause where they're like, how do they tweet? how do they tweet about a Twitter? You know, like
The man literally killed a monkey with Neuralink. That I'm not surprised by.
It's fucking Sword Art Online. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Did he?
I guess so. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm not surprised by that.
Nah, no,
That's a mad scientist shit.
My only thing, I think I've said this once and I'll say it again. My problem with billionaires, I have a lot of problems with them. Like rich people, billionaires. But my problem is they're all just so boring. You know what I mean? Like Elon Musk, probably the funnest one, the most entertaining one.
I mean, at least he's trying to go to space.
Yeah, at least he's trying to go to space.
I mean, I guess, like, what's his face from Amazon's trying, Jeff Bezos. He's trying to do that too.
But he's doing it in weird, like, dick-shaped rockets, and I'm not a fan
Yeah,
of that.
yeah. Well, you know. I mean, he looks like Lex Luthor. He should just go all the way.
He does look like Lex Luthor.
He
Holy
should
shit.
just go all the way.
Oh my! Wait, is that why? Is he looking for kryptonite? Is that why he's going to space?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yo, if
He's looking for the next son of Krypton.
if my man fucking Bezos builds himself a kryptonite suit, we have a new sponsor on this fucking
Right,
pod.
there you
That's
go.
Fucking sick. I would love
That's what I mean.
that.
Like he just needs to go all the way.
I'd go all the way. I would go full bad guy, supervillain, fucking big old.
I mean, he
armor
kind of
suit.
already is.
A little bit, yeah. He's kind of basically like tormenting half the population of the planet, and the majority of America in his
Right.
weird like sweatshop. Was it warehouses? It's fucking. I laugh at it. Oh, did you hear? I'm jumping between stories. Have you heard that apparently the way the rate that Amazon sort of goes through workers,
Yeah.
eventually
They're
there's-
gonna run out
yeah,
of people.
They're gonna run out of people. That they won't. They'll get to the end of like people willing to work in Amazon warehouses like really quickly in the next like year or two. Fucking wild, dude. That's insane. How? So that's really funny to me. Do you think that when eventually they run out of workers, what the fuck are they gonna do? Just robots?
I mean, I guess so. That's probably the end game. If Jeff Bezos can get that whole shit to run just with AI robots, then like
You would?
he's golden, right? Because then he doesn't have to pay anyone. He just pockets all the money, like an absolute scumbag.
What an absolute scumbag! Like
I mean, that's the Lex Luthor move, right?
that is very Lex Luthor. Honestly, I can't respect it though.
Mm.
You know what I mean? When Lex Luthor, if Lex Luthor was to do it, there'd be some kind of
It's not cartoony enough, right?
Yeah, it's not cartoon.
He's not stealing pies
Mm.
or something like
He did
goofy.
that.
He did do
Lex
that.
Luthor stole a pie. There's always like a strange, weird plan that Lex Luthor's doing. Oh, I'm gonna get all these AI robots to do the Amazon workshop thing,
Right.
so that all the real people can work in the sub basement level where they're cloning Superman. You know? There's
Sure,
always-
yeah.
There's always
Right,
a
right.
really like a deeper, wackier reason. But for Bezos, it's like, oh, we're gonna do this crazy thing with air robots. Go on, and the final plan is, oh, I get money.
I just really like to sell books.
I'm just trying to, I'm trying to sell books and merchandise.
Have you seen the new Kindle?
So boring.
How about Amazon Fire?
I'm making a rocket. We're gonna go to space. It's been done. It's been done.
Yeah.
We've been to space.
Just give up. The cock rocket is not gonna do it for you.
It's been done. Do something new. Go to the center of the earth. Discover something cool. Make a new mineral. Put your money somewhere interesting. Fuck me. Get nanobots to be really sick. Get like cool fake cyberpunk arms or some shit, my man.
Yeah. Like put it into like medical tech.
Put it into medical tech. Yo, if I was rich, all my money would be going to medical tech.
I want like give me robot arms. I saw Cyberpunk. You can do it, 100%.
All I want is one robot arm. I want to be like Cyborg from Teen Titans. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
he's
I want.
like more.
He's way too much.
He's
robot.
way too much robot.
That's too much robot for me.
He's like 90%
That's
robot.
too much robot for me. I just need one robot arm is all I need. I can like do the whole like cool, like take it off, put it down somewhere, change
Right.
the arm out for something cooler. Like it's cool.
I just want my like arm to like break into smaller pieces.
Oh, it's fucking sick.
Like it's like, oh, I need to like hack a door, and then my arm goes like, and like a USB thing comes out, and I just stick it in that thing.
Listen, all I want is a robot arm with mini cons in it, so I can like eject them to solve like certain problems. Like
Right.
I'm just trying to be like Optimus Prime.
It's like a tape deck or something.
That's all I want. It's the fucking bird that transformed into a tape a deck. Play me some banging tunes. That's
There
it.
you go.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm a simple man, simple needs. I just want to be Megatron. Just
I love that the technology that we reference is a tape deck.
It's not even something.
It's not even something modern. It's like, oh, my cybernetic arm can accept one cassette. It's not like I can, plug an iPod in or,
There's
whatever.
not even speakers. I got an aux cord.
Stick my fucking 8-track in that bitch. Flip it over the B-sides real good.
I've got a cybernetic arm. It plays music. Oh, a tape deck? Nah, records, bro. I'm fucking retro. I gotta keep real still. What's gonna cause a record to jump?
It's an arm-mounted record player. It's got like one of those big gramophone cones on it.
To get the music to play out. Fuck me.
It's like your sound blaster. You just play something on it really loud.
I'm like shit sound blaster. I'm like sound peddler.
But you're really what's it called? Not a hippie, but you're a hipster.
Yeah.
So like you like reject modernity despite having a robot arm. So like your arm mounted fucking record player is like crank operated.
I gotta
gotta
wind it up and shit. Fuck me. That's the future I want. That's the future.
It's not the future I want. It's the future we need.
We need that. We're in the wrong. If this doesn't happen, we're in the wrong fucking timeline. Honestly. Right, back to the main point. How was COVID?
It's not great.
Not fun.
Dude, you're in the house for a week. You can't leave.
You can't leave, can you?
I didn't leave my house for a week.
Jesus Christ. What'd you for a week?
Nothing. Can't do anything. First 2 days, I was like, just done. Like,
Yeah, of course.
done. But like, mostly just playing games.
I was gonna say, did you have a wave where you were like, "Ooh, home all week. I feel kind of shitty, but I can chill,
yes,
play some
100%.
games. I can relax. This will be a good week." And then about Tuesday, Wednesday, you're like, "Ooh, I'm bored."
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Fucking sucks.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't know. I just sat home, played games.
Oh
Like-
man, I'm glad you're feeling better now. I was getting
Me too.
constant updates. I was like, "Bro, how you feeling?" He's like, "Give me the temperature gauges," and I'm like, "Okay, it's going down."
It is going down, yeah.
I think I got
Or
the
what? It did go down,
it
I
went-
should say.
Yeah, it went down. I think I got the test. Like I have them at my house basically still.
Yeah.
But I'm always going on trips and stuff.
They suck. I don't like them.
No, they're bad.
We gotta stick the thing in your nose. It's not fun.
I have the spit ones.
Ah, okay.
They're equally shitty, but still, like I went to as soon as I got home, I was like, okay, I need to get like a COVID test real quick, make sure I'm like negative. So I grabbed one, did it on like the night. It's the one you like putting it, you stab the thing into the thing, and it like shows you like
Yeah.
they're cool. Did one of those, and it was like you're negative, and I was like, good man,
Okay.
love to see that I have COVID, but I was still a little bit paranoid.
Because it's like
Exactly.
not enough time to incubate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And also, I had slept very little because I went fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So we slept like 4 hours. So I was
You
like,
had a bit. You had a busy fucking week
it was
this
a
week.
busy week. We'll get into it. It was fucking busy. So smashed the COVID test, negative. But I was like, still feel kind of shit. Is it lack of sleep? Is it like the fact that I'm just like, sick?
Right. Yeah.
So I went to the one in Kichijoji. We have like a COVID, like free COVID testing.
Center place. Thing.
Yeah. So I went there and I was like, bro, I'm back. Give me a COVID test. And they're like, all right, cool. Did it. Next day, they're like, oh, you good, negative.
Okay.
It's like, man,
That's good. That's good.
It's scary times. I've yet to get COVID, and I do not.
Don't. Yeah.
My plan is not to get it. Especially now, November. I'm leaving the country in like December to go out to the UK for a bit. So like, I don't want to get it, especially now. It fucking suck.
Results are in. Twitter on fire, good or bad? Very good.
100% good.
100% very good.
Our audience, smartest ones on the internet. Well done. Proud of you guys. And that's how it should be. But yeah, my week. Mike was chill. Went fishing.
Hang on. I want to ask you because this is I know it's like fucking half a month removed now.
Go on.
But you did go to a Halloween party. We never ever got to talk about it.
This was on the list of things to talk about. Indeed. Okay. I went to Broaden Japan's secret Halloween party thing. Very cool.
Yeah, it looked
very fucking interesting. Met some very cool people there. Met a bunch of like very interesting fans who came along as well, which is really interesting, really cool to meet those guys. I think the best thing about it was like the vibes are good. They were like fans, influencers, people I've never met before, but all the fans just seemed really chill.
That's good.
Which I think that was the thing I was the most sort of nervous about, because it was like, are people gonna go there and just be annoying? You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like it wasn't like just influencers. Like other people could get in provided they got a ticket, right?
Indeed, yeah, of course, yeah. Literally, if you had a ticket, you can come to the party. Basically, tickets were kind of expensive, but it was like an all you can eat, all you can drink event. It was that's good. Very entertaining, very very cool. Like I didn't realize there was food there until like an hour in, when I saw someone like walk past me with like a burger.
Right.
I was like, there's food here. The fuck? So I spent most of my like the second half of the party right near the food, just like devouring things for like an hour and a half. It was fucking fantastic, honestly.
That's good.
It was good. Met some cool people. Who was there? Tokyo Lens was there. Norm. Very cool guy. He approached me surprisingly. Because he works for Tokyo Creative, so he approached me and he was like, "Oh, how are things at Tokyo Creative?" And I was like, "Oh boy, long time no see." Had a conversation. Very cool guy. Very interesting. Very chill. Obviously, Chris was there.
I would hope he's at his own party, but yeah.
His costume was basically a costume that he'd spoke about before. He went as like the Candyman.
Sure, yeah.
When he just stuck a shit ton of like sweets to himself and just like walked around like, you can just take them.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Brilliant costume. Fucking hilarious. May have to copy that costume eventually. It was very, very funny to watch. Then Kimishi was there, if you know Kimishi-chan.
I more recently I've become aware of her. Yeah, very
cool old school YouTuber. Does like fluent Japanese, like N1, probably N1 plus. If there was on a higher level than N1, should be there. Her Japanese is immaculate. Very 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 good. She was there, met her like years ago. It was the first time I met her in a while, so it was nice to like meet her. She just had a baby recently actually, so like,
oh yeah, cool.
She was saying it was nice to get out of the house and stuff, but it was very cool to like catch up with other people. Then all the Tokyo Creative like people were there, basically me, Emma, Sarah was there. It was chill, very very good. The one. So I don't get starstruck, I'm not a man who goes, oh my god, famous human, oh my god, I know you. Doesn't happen to me,
Right.
Slightly happened at this party.
Okay.
I'm in this party. I set the scene, hanging out. I see a man in the distance. I'm like, oh, that man looks just like Dogen. And for those who don't know, Dogen is a Kyushu-based Kyushu-based YouTuber. And his whole thing is he makes very interesting like Japanese language content. The man's Japanese is immaculate. He talks a lot about pitch accents, talks a lot about how to get your Japanese to a higher level. He's a very, very interesting dude. Like, he makes just very good content all the time. It's always good content, Have you seen his
Yeah, I mean, I know who Dogen is. I don't watch his stuff, but I know who he is.
It's good stuff. Like, he makes good stuff. I've not watched his stuff
in
a little
while.
Not for
me.
No?
No.
You're not a fan?
No.
I like it. It's fun Japanese content. It's always good. I'm a fan. No? Bless.
I mean, I'm sure he's a nice enough guy, but like his content is just not for me, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Content is it is what it's like. There's a lot of people who content I just don't watch at all. Like I hadn't watched his stuff in a while, but there are certain videos I'll always go back to because they're pretty fun. So with him, I saw him in the distance, and I was like, oh, that guy looks just like Dogen. How interesting. But he lives in Kyushu. He's not.
That seems pretty far away for a Halloween party.
Yeah, it's a bit long for a Halloween party. He's surely just a man who looks. Also, the guy was dressed as a monk, and I was like, Dogen shaved head, monk shaved head. I'm connecting dots that don't exist.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I carry on the party. What's wrong? I get to the bar. Me, all the influencers. Me, I think Emma's there, Sarah's there, Kimishi's there. And who I thought wasn't Dogen, but turned out to be Dogen, was there at the bar. Everyone's talking. I'm like, oh, it's fucking Dogen. That's really cool. I was like, once there's a lull in conversation, I would love to quickly introduce myself to Dogen. Be like, hey, Dogen, love your stuff, But it's hard to jump in conversation, When it comes down to it, he doesn't know me. I don't know him. Not met him before. And around him is yeah.
Other than YouTube, but like, what does that mean?
Yeah, that's not knowing a person,
No.
So in my mind,
unless you're a weird fucking parasocial Andy.
Exactly. And I think that's a very important thing to remember. Like, when you consume content to that level, like when you really like someone, it feels like you know their life.
Right.
And when you introduce the person, it's very hard to, how do I explain this? It's very hard to jump into a conversation with this human because obviously you know about them.
Right. They're like, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Yeah. So depending on how you enter that conversation, depending how the influencer takes it, how the famous person takes it, it can really set up what the conversation is going to be like, what the vibe is going to be basically. Chris gave me really good advice about this. I'll bring it up in a second, but so I couldn't jump into the conversation with Dogen because he's busy. All the influencers around him are like his friends who he's not seen in ages.
Right.
So I can't jump and be like, oh, forgive me, stop this conversation for a moment. I see you're talking to your friend you've not seen in 5 years, but let me introduce myself. Like, can't be a cunt. So I was like, all right, gonna grab a drink, gonna waltz away again. I'll come back when everything's done. 20 minutes later, I finally get myself around again, and I see Dogen. I'm like, oh, my boy, he's free. Conversation has stopped. Let me quickly be like, hey, Dogen, love your stuff. And I go, this what fucking starstruck me, bro. I go, Dogen, pleasure. I'm love your stuff. As I'm about to introduce myself, he goes, oh, I know you. I go, been here before. It's the classic conversation.
Right.
I know you, Tokyo Creative. Jordan, you work for Tokyo Creative. I've seen you in Tokyo Creative's videos. Yoroshiku, how's the company?
Right, yeah, of course.
Always same thing, because that's the biggest platform I'm directly involved in.
Sure, yeah.
He goes to me. He goes, oh, I know you. Afro in Japan. And my heart went, wait, what? I was like, yeah, from Tokyo Creative. He goes, what? Oh, no. Saw your profile on Instagram. I was like, wait, what? And he goes, yeah. You're friends with Luke. And I saw you guys had a cool like photo together. And I'm like, yeah. He's just like
Luke.
Luke's a photographer.
Oh, Luke Craig.
Yeah. Super cool guy. Completely knocked me off guard. Like I had prepared what the conversation was going to be, and it just flowed in such a different direction. It completely threw me off the conversation, and I'm like, thanks. Like, what do I do? And it was such a weird, like, it was half like, oh, this person knows who I am, but it's also like, I didn't expect this to happen at all. This is very strange, but absolute lovely dude. What an absolute babe. And he goes to me, oh, he said that I should reach out on Twitter. We should have a little conversation. So I'm going to do that and try and get him on the podcast in the new year. Hopefully
sounds good.
We can do. That'll be fun.
I mean, next season is starting next week.
Indeed. Oh, a couple other people as well. We can jump on the pod as well, but we'll talk.
We'll talk about that
afterwards. I've already put feelers out to be like, hey, do you want to jump on? There's a very interesting anime YouTuber who, I'm not gonna say who it is. He's an up and coming guy. He's already boomed, but he has a very interesting story about how he went from like nothing to what he is now. And I think that it's a story that everyone definitely wants to hear, so I'm going to bring him on in the new year probably to talk about how he sort of exploded into what he is now. It's a very, very cool story.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
But no, it was a very good event, very, very fun. Honestly, good times. Good vibes, good times, good costumes, fun people. Thanks for the people I met at the event. A lot of people approached me being like, yo, I know you. You work for Tokyo Creative. You're cool. And I was like, oh, thanks, bro. So, like, thanks, guys. Also, I stole a guy's ring. We became friends. No, this guy.
Solo guy's ring.
This guy, okay, really fucking.
Yes. theft.
Theft.
My
Classic.
favorite party trick.
For my next trick, put your wallets in the bag. No, this is really cool, like, rocker punk style, like, dude.
Yeah.
And he had these giant rings, and I was like, "Yo, those rings are fucking sick. Can I try one of those on?" He goes, "Yeah, sure." I try on this like big ruby ring he had. Very cool ring, very interesting. And the guy's like, "I'm only here traveling. I'm only here for a couple of weeks. Then I'm like a week or two. Then I'm back to Scandinavia, somewhere in Scandinavia, like Norway, whatever. I'm not gonna fucking
Somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start dishing out facts about this man's life on the podcast, but very, very cool individual." And he goes, "Go on."
That's nothing.
Was it usually?
We'll talk about Yuji Naka.
Okay, so what was I?
Yeah,
So
the guy's ring.
The guy's ring, and he goes to me, "I'm going to Osaka next week," and I was like, "Oh, cool." He goes, "You can. I'll lend you that ring until next week, and then we can hang out again, and you can give it back to me then, or you can give it back to me at the end of this party." And I was like, "You're an interesting guy, and I want to talk to you a little bit more. Let's hang out again next week. That's what we're gonna do." So after we finished the podcast, actually last week,
Yeah.
that's where I went. I went to go hang out with him.
Oh, okay, cool.
We had a sneaky little hambe. The guy is fucking cool. He's like a programmer. He makes a ton of money doing what he does. Very down to earth, very chill. We had this really cool drinking chill session, and listening to this guy's stories, I was like, bro, if you lived here, you'd be part of our group. Like the way he travels to Japan, like the way he does things. Like he goes to me, "I went to Osaka," and I go, "Oh, how's it?" He goes, "I didn't really go to any of like the sites," and I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, just went to like metal cafes and stuff and metal bars." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah. I mean, I don't really care about Osaka Castle."
Right, yeah.
He's like,
I
he's like, I'm just there to like go to
Do
metal
stuff.
bars and just, like hang out and like meet my friends and shit like that. I was like, "Bro, welcome to the fold. When you're back, let me know, because the boys would love you." Very, very chill, down to earth guy. But if he had more time, I would have loved to like spoke to him a little bit more. If I had more time as well, would love to talk to him a little bit more. But very, very cool guy. And I'll see you. I think he listens to this podcast as well. So I'll see you when you're back in Japan. But until then, stay safe. Safe travels home, my dude. Yeah, very cool party. Met cool people. Very good time. Who the fuck is Yuji?
Oh, who the fuck is Yuji? Yuji Naka is the creator of Sonic.
He did some crazy shit, didn't we?
Yeah,
I didn't read that. What the fuck happened?
So Yuji Naka, famous creator of Sonic the Hedgehog and reputable asshole.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's apparently a fucking dickhead. So Yuji Naka got arrested, basically for what I assume to be like fraud or insider trading. So
no fucking way. Seriously?
So what happened is that he was working with Square Enix at a certain time a couple of years ago, making a game called Balan Wonderland, Balan Wonder, whatever. Doesn't matter. Game was shit.
Yeah.
And
doesn't matter.
And
Shit
Yuji
game.
Naka was really, really mad about it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, but at the same time, Square Enix was developing a game called Dragon Quest Tact, which is a mobile game, I believe.
Never heard of that. Did it come out?
Yeah, I think it's out already.
Okay.
But it was being developed by a new studio. Now, what happened is that a couple people from Square Enix and a couple people, I guess, who got fed information in, I think, what was the name of the company? It was like All Right or Am Right or some, I don't remember specifically what the company was called. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, Yuji Naka bought a fuckload of stock in this company before the game released and before the game was announced, because he knew that it's Dragon Quest and it's a mobile game.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge, right? So him and a couple of other people had bought stock in this company before the game blew up.
Holy shit.
And the stock went insane.
Yeah,
Now
of
it's come out now that there's possibly been like insider trading, and I guess it was this week that he was arrested for it. So Yuji Naka, Square Enix has been the absolute just death of Yuji Naka, and I think that's very, very funny because like Square Enix, I guess, allegedly fucked him over on Balan Wonderworld.
Wait, did they? Oh wait, that was the shit game. That's a really bad game. I
It's
remember
not
that
good?
game. It's terrible. Okay, yeah.
And then
yeah.
now Square Enix, the people who own Dragon Quest Tact, also have, now he's been involved with that and got arrested. So like Yuji Naka, the last like couple of years not having a great time dealing with Square Enix properties.
Oh my! Looking at the money involved in this is
It's not chump change. It's like a decent amount of money.
3 million. Naka's allegedly had purchased 10,000 shares worth 2.8 million or around 20,000 USD. Sasuke Miura was accused of buying 26.4 million yen.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Right. So like that's before the game even came out, right? So like that looks sus as fuck in a company that has never made a game before, as far as I know.
You couldn't make it less obvious, my man. Holy shit.
So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, you kind of have it coming. Yuji Naka is a like well regarded to be
An asshole.
an absolute just piece of shit asshole. He's like, I don't know if you know who Keiji Inafune is, but he's in like the same tier. Who's like the quote unquote creator of Mega Man, but like that's
cool.
like highly debated because like Keiji Inafune is like also a reputable asshole. And it just seems like these old head kind of like game developer dudes, there's some of them that are just fucking dicks and take credit where it is not due to them. Like Yuji Naka would have you believe that like he made everything about Sonic, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
don't think so, Mr. Yuji.
Jay was saying that he made Shadow the Hedgehog, the game with guns or whatever.
I think he might have made the character. I don't know if he made the game. That's a good question though.
I wonder if Shadow the Hedgehog is Yuji's persona.
I mean, he's just as mad probably now as Shadow is, but
He's like, you underestimate my power. As he's getting arrested.
should use some chaos control on that
Chaos control.
on that fucking fraud investment.
Yuji under arrest. Chaos control. He's just screaming chaos control.
I found you, faker.
I found you. My stocks. No, wait, that's not. Wait, that's not what Shadow says. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Shadow the Hedgehog. Yuji Naka's name does not appear anywhere under creators of.
They're erasing him from the records. They've gone back. They're like, delete that man's name from everything.
There
he's
is the artist for Shadow is called Yuji Uekawa.
Yeah. Probably what the mistake is made.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I guess technically, yes, he did co-create Sonichu in a weird.
Oh god.
I mean, kind of.
That's enough for the death sentence, if you ask me. Like as a man, as a
I mean,
legal
Satoshi
scholar.
Tajiri, he doesn't want to be involved with Sonichu.
Nah. Put that on the back. No one wants to see that.
Yuji turned up to work on that game after a coke-fueled rager and said, "More guns,
More guns.
more guns.
More guns.
Shadow needs more guns."
How many guns have we got in my games? A lot, sir. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Put some more guns. We got
Did
AKs
he
in
actually?
there.
Did he actually work on the game Shadow the Hedgehog? I'm like, actually, I would be surprised if that was the case.
I wonder if like the game was originally meant to be just like a normal like Sonic game, just with like Shadow, and they were like, guns.
It's
Yeah.
it as far as I know, it's like a direct sequel to Adventure 2 Battle.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why the fuck does Shadow have guns then?
Who knows?
I remember playing. I remember my cousin. had that
Yuji
game.
Naka is
He
the
did-
producer of Shadow the
For
Hedgehog, the
fuck's
game.
sake,
Wow,
that
alright.
makes sense. Jesus Christ.
All right, there you go.
I remember like my cousin had that Shadow the Hedgehog game with guns, and I remember going over to my uncle's house, seeing this game for the first time, being like, "Oh wow, it's Sonic, but it's Shadow." Loading it up, being like, "Why does this guy have guns?
Why does he have an M16?
Why does it M16? Why can you dual wield guns? What the fuck is this shit? Like, what happened to gotta go fast? Like, fuck me,
No,
dude.
that's Sonic things.
I mean, just Sonic things.
Just Sonic things.
Just Sonic things. Gotta go fast. Shadow's like, what goes fast? Wait,
What goes faster than a bullet?
what goes faster?
Nothing.
Can't Shadow technically run faster than a bullet? Isn't it? kind of.
I mean,
to have
maybe
a-
if he goes like super. This is getting way too deep into like weird Sonic lore.
I don't know any lore about Shadow and or Sonic.
I know
the
too much
Hedgehogs.
lore about Sonic, and that's unfortunate.
I'm never gonna ask. I'm gonna let that roll
Yeah, you're gonna
off my
just-
back. I'm
Just
gonna
gonna sit there.
move on.
Why'd they
That's-
make Rouge so hot?
Why they make Rouge so hot? Let me know what's going on there.
What's up with that?
Yuji answer these questions. Why tails got two tails? Let's get.
And how does that work? How does he fly? How does it corkscrew? Like biologically, that doesn't make
Why
any
Knuckles
sense.
called Knuckles? What animal is he? Let me know.
He's an echidna.
What the fuck is that?
It's an echidna. You know what? Don't worry about it.
These questions and need answers. Nothing makes sense in Shadow of the Hedgehog.
That'll take you down a dark pathway you don't want to walk.
We've had an entire episode about the emo Shadow of the Hedgehog game. I remember that very well. I think it's like season 1 or 2. Absolutely
Yeah.
insane episode. Last, I have one more news update that I want to talk about, and that's it's pretty funny. There's an old man
Mm-hmm.
who he's been arrested. So,
Okay.
you shouldn't laugh. This old man got arrested.
As old men do.
This old man got arrested. 53 years old.
Uh-huh.
So 54-year-old man from Miyagi Prefecture gets arrested
Where, in Tokyo?
in Miyagi Prefecture.
Okay, yeah.
His crime?
Uh-huh.
Making 330 fake phone calls to the police.
330 fake phone calls to the police.
Call the police. So the article says he
Uh-huh.
called the police 330 times, each call ranging about 30 seconds to a minute. And on every call, he basically either screamed profanities. At one point, he screamed, and I quote, "Get a warrant and arrest me then, you fuckers."
Turns out they did.
They fucking did.
Weird. I like how he attempted to call their bluff and then realized that the Japanese police will like actually move if now it's a slam dunk.
Yeah. Like, I think after the first 100 calls, the police were like, I mean, it's a rock solid case, but it's not rock solid.
Right.
And after 330, they're like, this is too much now, bro. Like, you're
Well, you're wasting the time by holding up the line, right?
no, exactly. You being his excuse is great. Yeah, exactly. You're wasting the fucking time, David. He had an excuse, okay? He called them either idiots and other insulting words.
Okay, yeah.
So he had an excuse.
I mean, he's not wrong, but go
He's
ahead.
not wrong at all, but you don't call them and say it directly. You scream
Right.
it under your breath when you see them on the streets. Come on, this is basic Japanese culture 101.
Yeah.
David, he has an excuse. He had-
Okay,
he had
I'm dying to hear what this would be.
He has a very good excuse as to why he called the Japanese police 130 times, yelling profanities and stuff at him. David, I want to give you 2 guesses. What is his excuse and or reason for doing this?
I think one of the most obvious ones would be, I was drunk.
One and done.
Oh wow, okay,
One
yeah,
and
all right.
fucking done. That he is quoted in saying, his quotes are really good. He goes, police said the man has admitted to making the calls from his home, but told them he was usually drunk when he did it and didn't remember making the calls. He's also quoted in saying he didn't realize how much he had made so many calls to 110. In one day alone, the police said he made up to 30 calls.
What the fuck?
He's just calling them constantly, just screaming at them and hanging up.
Well, like after that, right? Because like if you call like 911, right? Like
Yeah.
all the calls are recorded,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they could just like triangulate like wherever that call came from because that's not hard to do.
No, it's
Like
not.
they have access to. Yeah, I mean, caller ID exists, right? Even if like there's like unknown caller, right?
Mm.
You still have the number that called you.
No,
It's not hard to put that into like
No.
a thing and be like, oh, this is a 080 number, so it comes from this area. Okay, we live in this area, so
Easy.
like who owns this thing, right? So
I think in my mind, the entire time the police were like, it's fucking crazy old. What was his name again? His name was Mano. He had a very interesting name, like Manano or something like that. Hold on, let me find it.
Minato?
No, it was very interesting. His name was Monma. Monma.
Monma.
Katsuri Monma. Katsunori Monma.
Katsunori. Okay, I've heard Monma as a name before.
I've not heard Monma. That's an interesting name to me. But yeah, very interesting man. Making it's like the thing after making like a certain amount of calls, like you make like 100, 200. Please go. It's crazy man Katsumori.
Right,
Don't worry about him. You just
go to his house, rough him up. He'll be
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Go to his house, play. Hey, dickhead, fucking stop. You're being annoying. You know.
Right. Yeah.
It's fine. One thing you don't want to do is directly taunt the Japanese police. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Like they're kind of bored, and like
They're
don't give them a reason to
They're so
come
bored.
after you.
They have so many crimes they need to be looking into that they are. So the Japanese police are basically are you in your second year of university. You have all these essays you need to finish. Finals is coming up soon, but instead of doing that, you're looking for any reason not to
do any of those
like,
things.
I should make some tea first. You get into the kitchen. Oh, I should bake some cookies to go over the tea. I should probably meal and grow this tea myself. Don't want to be organic. Yeah.
And then you drink the tea, realize it's chamomile, and you're like, nah, I gotta go to bed.
I'm too relaxed now.
I drank the sleepy time tea. Whoops.
I fucked up.
Dang.
God, take a nap. All this work and wait till tomorrow. That's the Japanese police. Do not give them an excuse to not do the work they're meant to be doing. Basically, you know. I have one more. I wanted to talk about. We'll do it next week. I want to talk about. There's an insane event I went to this weekend, but we can talk about.
I wanted to hear about it. Let's talk about it now.
Should we go now?
Yes, because
Okay.
I saw the fucking stories
Fucking fantastic.
on Instagram,
Okay,
and I was like,
we'll skip.
what the fuck is going on?
Oh my fucking god. Okay. I was invited to
Hmm.
Jay's like fiance's company's chocolate investors event. Okay. Let me wind you back.
Wait, what?
Let me wind you back.
Okay, yeah.
Ages ago, maybe half a year ago now, Jay was invited to this crazy event. He was invited to like this investors event. And at this investors event,
Yes.
there was like, how do you explain? There was like Jay is currently messaging me, screwing me to talk about the event. Jay, shut the fuck up. I'm talking about the event. Shut the fuck up. It's happening now. It's like a year ago. Jay went to this event, okay? No one told the boy what type of event it was. Like, it's an investors event.
Right. Okay.
You know,
yeah.
there are people there, serious business happening, talking about numbers and new products and stuff. You know what I mean? It's a serious thing.
Mm.
No one told the boy what was going on. So he turns up to the event in like, he's basically slaved out, full tracksuit more or less.
Right.
He's come already a little bit drunk.
He's one squat away from speaking Russian.
If that man sits down too fast and someone moves that chair, he's gonna straight to fucking Russian. The man is there for it. So he is severely underdressed, very intoxicated at this event. And at this event, the CEO, for some reason, sings like city pop
Okay.
during this event. It's so hard to fully encapsulate how fucking interesting this was. So Jay was telling me about it, and I didn't really fully understand what the fuck he was going on about. Because how could you? You
Right.
couldn't.
Sure.
It's an investment.
I mean, when I saw the video, I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck does this have to
What
do
is
with chocolate?
Yes, you've got it. So I'll explain my story. How it
Okay.
happened.
Yeah.
So I was invited to this event, and I was like, 100% I'm going to go. Sounds like fun. So I rolled up to the event after work. I'm dressed normal. You know, wearing a nice jacket, wearing jeans. I'm not looking like a slob. So I get to this event, and already we're in like a jazz bar.
Okay.
So the event is in a jazz bar. I shake hands, yoroshiku. I take my seat. It's very cool, little chip with pin number. The event starts. And once again, the event is an investors event. It's talking about facts and figures, new stores opening, what's happening in like the next year. There was like a star-studded cast. I met and had a very long conversation with the creator, like the chocolatier of fucking Meiji was there.
Okay.
You know those little chocolates with like almond inside of them?
Yeah.
He fucking made those. He was there. The guy who designs like chocolate for big old fucking Meiji was at this event. Because when it comes down to it, the chocolate drink machine things that the main thing they sell, that company is like one of the big startups from like Panasonic. So
Okay.
they
Yeah.
have money behind it basically. It's like a big thing. I think it's Panasonic. Anyway, it's like a big thing. It's crazy. I digress. I come in, I take my seat, the game starts. It's like, hi, welcome, investors and blah, 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 welcome people, blah, blah, blah. The event started. Screens start up, watch a video about that's really cool. It's about a festival Matsuri they had down in Fukuoka that Jay edited the video. Very, very cool. Very investor event,
Okay.
Start of a nice video, and then we just...
You're like, I've been here before. This ain't my first rodeo.
I know what's going on here. It was like, wow. Lots of... Yay.
What, jerking off?
Nah, just clapping.
Okay.
CEO comes on stage. Very cool woman. She's like, hey, welcome to the event. These are famous people. These are great chocolatiers. And I'm like, yep, poi. Yeah, these are the people helping out on today's event. Yep, cool. Let's talk about stats. And it was like, so we sold this much chocolate. This is the new machine design. This new machine makes this type of stuff. Hi, we'll pass around these chocolate things. Please taste it. And you're like, fantastic. Yeah, I can see my company, Big Afro Entertainment, investing in this chocolate stuff. Wow, great. Out of fucking nowhere, while she's explaining. So she's explaining like this new machine design and the new properties it has, and it's the fastest, sleekest design ever. And as she's explaining this stuff, boys, a band slowly creeps on stage.
Okay.
Pianist, drummer, bass, guitar, saxophone player. Just get on stage. The CEO, the head of this fucking company, gets on stage and just starts singing. And she's really good. She just starts like... So she had like an album released like 20 years ago or something like that. And she just starts singing like this half jazz, city pop style song that she'd written about chocolate. And I'm sitting there. And I'm like, she's like, this song is called Cacao Love or something like that. And I'm there like, am I drunk? This is insane. And the worst part about it is she's really good. So I'm not gonna sit there and pretend this doesn't fucking slap, because it does. It was like city pop vibe. The saxophone player was going ham, bro. My dick fully erect. I'm glad I wore jeans. The man was fucking sick. He was so good. So she finished the first song. Saxophone was going in. I'm like, damn, this fucking slaps. She finishes the song, cools down. She's like, thanks guys. Oh, it's great, blah, blah, blah. Great, this is the band. Yay, come. Room comes down to a lull. The projectors come on. So, if you see our next slide, we're opening a new store in Fukuoka. This store's going to be... How are you just going to go back? No, I'm sorry. Explain what just fucking happened. You can't just have an... No.
Anyway, here's my PowerPoint.
Literally, it was like, big investments, blah, blah, big numbers, chocolate. The Prince of Chocolate. He makes Meiji. Fucking sick, fucking jazz, city pop vibes come out. Suddenly stops. So like I was saying, this is the new machine. It's got a new sleek design. You can also make cappuccinos. That's it. You think I'm done? Oh boy. Oh no. So I'm sitting. I'm like, okay, I've got it. This is what this is. It's a half investors event. And it's half like a show. Okay. I can handle this. I'm a big boy. I'm 30. I can handle what's going on here. It's going to be okay. I'm not going to break down. This is fine. She gets back on stage. She's changed her outfit. She's in a different fucking outfit.
What the fuck?
Like completely different outfit. Head to toe, new hat, everything's new. She gets on stage, new outfit, new numbers start. She just starts fucking singing again. And I'm there. I'm like, she's in a new outfit. This second song, or the third song, I believe, also about chocolate. Like chocolate love or some shit. I'm there. I'm like, this is the greatest event I've ever been to in my whole life. Gets worse. The next song starts. She goes, this song's called Chocolate Parade. I'm like, cool. I'm fine. I'm not gonna... You can't... I'm a strong boy. You can't break me. I've got it. Every song's about chocolate. It's an... Out of nowhere, you're gonna start some crazy PowerPoint about something else. You can't.
Right.
You can't. You cannot break me. I'm a strong man. I've seen through your games. She's like, next song's called Chocolate Parade. I'm like, bring it. Fucking bring it on. You can't stop me. The staff get on stage. The staff get on stage. And they have forced the staff to be backup time. The staff get on stage. And just one random guy who doesn't work for the company, but is just invested. He loves it.
He's like, hell yeah.
Bro, the man,
Let's do it.
the old man danced so hard. Halfway through the song, he had to leave the stage and sit down. And he's like sitting behind me.
No,
No,
that's too much.
he was like heavy breathing. He was like, the man couldn't breathe because he paraded too hard about chocolate.
What the fuck?
It's the greatest event. You got Annie, you got Jay's fiance, and I'm gonna show the video. She's so upset to be there. She doesn't want to be there. She's not, but she has to smile. She's doing,
Right,
she's
right,
gonna be
yeah.
there. There's a video, David, and it's just of her, just in the worst, just trying to.
What the fuck?
I will share all these videos on the Discord. If you want to see it, they'll be on the Discord. These are, because I can't share these publicly. This isn't, but on the Discord, I'll put these up. These are so good. So it's so good. So she's up there. Oh my God. Once again, you heard the song. It's good.
Yeah.
The woman's
she can sing pretty
the
well.
woman's a great singer. The band fucking slapped. And that's what fucks you. Because you're like, I'm at an investors event in the middle of Tokyo. It's about chocolate. And the CEO, for some reason, is just an amazing fucking city pop singer. And out of nowhere, she's putting these fucking bands on. Dying. And then it comes to an end. The music stops. The band leaves the stage. The stage clears out. The major guy comes on. I'm like, we're done. We're finished. We're done. I've survived. I cried because I was holding in so much laughter. I was like tearing up, but it was okay. It was good. I got to try some good, cool chocolate from like really famous chocolatiers. Delicious stuff. Good times. And got to this chocolate wine thing. Like, we've made this thing. We've fused chocolate and wine. Blah blah blah. Who's gonna give it a try? They were this big investor. Investors like, oh, it's great, good stuff. Like, does anyone else want to try? Me and Jay straight away. Yeah, fucking give me that chocolate wine. Delicious. I fucked up the room. The room is like, oh, I got Nihongo Josed by a whole room of investors. It was fucking sick. The whole room was like, wow, Nihongo Josed. The guy said to me, and I quote, he goes, your Japanese is better than the guy we have working behind the machine. And I looked at the guy, I'm like, well, this guy's 100% Japanese. How you gonna insult the man?
Call him out like that?
In front of the investors?
Right.
Bro, come on, man. Let the man live. But I died. It was fucking funny. So I'm like, we're done. This is it.
Yeah.
We've done the last chocolate tasting. We're finished. We drank the chocolate wine. I was told beforehand that if no one raises their hand, do it. Try the chocolate wine, so we can like move the event on smoothly. Like, cool. Everything's okay. Gonna be okay. The event is coming to an end. This is it. We're done. She gets back on stage. In a new outfit, David.
Wait.
She has a new outfit on. 3 outfit changes. And she begins to she's got to bring the room down. You know what I mean? She's got to bring the mood down. Start singing love songs.
About chocolate?
Some are about chocolate. And some are just love songs. And
Okay, yeah.
I'm crying.
What else would they be about?
Bro, I'm dying. This is so good. I'm just at this event, and I'm like, the juxtaposition of this event is killing me. I don't know what, I'm so lost. The CEO is singing City Pop. She's made 3 outfit changes. There is the whole staff had to dance at one point. There was 2 professional dancers that came on stage at one point to dance to one song, and then they went. It was.
Is this just I'm trying to think of what it's called. Not a passion project.
Vanity project?
A vanity project. Is this just like the CEO's vanity project?
The
where
chocolate.
it's gonna be, it's gonna be a tax write-off if you make it as part of the business.
Oh, fuck
But
yeah.
she really just wants there to do like karaoke in front of an audience, and
Fuck yeah.
now she forces people to go.
Yep, probably. I think so. But it's fun. She's good. It's very fun. She's very good. I think that's very true. But I think also the part of the night that is like focused towards like investors.
Yeah.
It's clearly focused towards investors. It's
Right,
very
right.
much an investor style. Look what we're doing in the next sort of a year or two. This is what we're making. This is how we're doing it. Like, it's very well done. And the city pop bit of it is just, it's so out of left field, but it's so captivating. I understand why people keep, because this isn't the first one she's had.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
They
not.
happen like yearly apparently, and they're always
So, like,
sold out.
Now my question here is like this has had to have happened more than one time,
Yeah.
right? What was the first one like?
I really
Like
wanna know.
imagine like you just have just a regular investors meeting, and then one time she's like, oh, by the way, I'm just gonna sing karaoke one time,
dude, fuck.
right? You'd be like,
Do you know what it reminds me of?
what the fuck?
This is what it reminds me of. I explained to I was there with Jay, of course. I explained this to Jay when I was there. It's the investors meeting / city pop concert is the same thing as, remember that famous clip by George Bush where he's like, we do not negotiate
With terrorists. Now watch
now
this
watch
swing.
this now watch this swing. Zoom. That's what this is. It was
Right.
basically like, our chocolate products are amazing and we're gonna sell them and keep selling them until we're the best chocolate company in Japan. Now check this song out. It's a song for my second album. That's what it was. The entire thing. The thing that almost broke.
Anyway, here's Plastic Glove.
It is fucking Plastic Love Industry. Here's fucking Kakao Parade.
Yeah.
Fucking sick. The bit that killed me. Like, you start like disassociating from the event.
Yeah, I would think so.
You have to. You start like, so at one point I've completely like dissociated from the event. Like, I have forgotten where I am. I am just watching a woman on stage with 2 young backup dancers singing about the color of chocolate. I don't know. I forgot what the song was. And out of nowhere, Jay, you absolute cunt. Jay just leans in. He goes, this is an event about chocolate. And I'm like, what? And he goes, this is an event about chocolate. I'm like, Jay, why would you do this to me?
I could definitely understand how you disassociate. You'd be like, what? Like, what is this? Who am I? What am I?
Why am I here? What the fuck is going on? It was one of the funnest, most ridiculous investor meetings I've been to. Let me tell you, if you're in Japan when this happens, go to it. It is fucking sick.
So now my question to you is that at Tokyo Creative, if you had more karaoke nights during halfway
hell
through
yeah.
meetings, would they be better meetings?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Of course.
I mean, hey, maybe you can pitch
I
that.
think we need to. This is the thing. If this was just like an investors meeting about chocolate, like if Jay was like, hey, there's an investors meeting about chocolate that's happening on Thursday. Do you want to come? I'd be like, no. Like,
Right.
no, of course not. This sounds like complete horseshit. What do I do there? They're going to talk about chocolate machines and then I get to eat a little bit of chocolate? No, I don't want to do that. That sounds like, 1, a massive waste of my evening, and 2, it's boring. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to invest. There's no point. I don't like chocolate so much that I'm going to go all the way halfway across Tokyo to eat some cool. No, I'm good. Like,
Right.
I don't want to go. This sounds boring. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't give a shit. But he said, do you want to go to this investors thing where the CEO sings City Pop at random intervals and there's a sick jazz band and everyone's a little bit strange? Can't say no to that. How do you say no? You
It is very weird.
It's so, you cannot turn that down. I can't sit there and go, nah, that doesn't sound interesting. Most fucking interesting thing I did all weekend. Fucking sick.
Yeah, it's very weird to have a meeting and then just go, anyway, here's Freebird, right?
Bro,
and then just like,
yes!
just like, imagine just pulling a guitar and just be like, anyway, here, I'm going to play the solo from Dragon Force.
Yes! Anyway, here's fucking, was it Head Chara from Dragon Ball Z, bro? Let's fucking get this.
Right, yeah, exactly, right.
It's very well done. I think she's onto something. It's kind of her passion project, like the song.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a vanity project.
It is, but it's done really well. If she was bad, it would be a problem. But the fact that she's fucking pretty damn fucking good at it, and as a person, she's such a nice person, very cool CEO.
Right.
I think that kind of makes it. You know,
I mean, yeah, that could do it.
it was very well done. Anyway, that's the chocolate event story. It was fucking sick.
That's fucking wild.
Eventually I will bring Jay back on. He can tell he can retell his story about the first time he went to it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know like his story entirely, but my first time, insane. We're gonna go again. The next one, I'm 100% going.
Yeah.
Because- do you wanna come?
Why? I mean, if I'm invited.
Yeah. Come. Let's
Fuck yeah. All right.
go. Fuck yeah, let's go. I want all the boys to go to.
You know,
the event.
you know what's gonna happen though.
Mhm.
You know, the one time that I go, it's gonna just be like 100% a meeting, and we're all gonna be like, "Oh, fuck
Oh
this."
no, never. They've done this so many times, and
Okay.
every single time. Apparently, the next one, she's got it in her mind that me and Jay will be dancing.
Who?
The CEO.
You don't work for their company.
No, I don't. Exactly.
What, is she gonna pay you?
She fucking better. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I know for a fact that I think for the next one, Jay was meant to dance in this one, and
Yeah.
he fucking weaseled his way out of it and left his woman to dance by herself, and she's not happy about it. So the next one, apparently
Yeah.
Jay's 100% dancing, and in hearing that, I need to go with a nice 4K camera so I can catch this cunt in 4K doing the fucking chocolate parade dance. I'm gonna shoot that shit on wide angle from 3 different lenses. I'm gonna get every single dance. I'm gonna get a slow motion camera to. It's gonna be zoomed in on his face at all times. I'm gonna capture every moment of it. I'm gonna wrap it up, edit it, and I'm gonna just put it on the Discord for us all to see. And I'm very excited about that.
I mean, it can't be much worse than your commercial you were in.
It can't be. Or can it?
Only
Only time we'll find out. Fucking try it out.
I mean, you know what? We never posted that commercial. We talked about the commercial.
Post it in the Discord.
I don't know what it's called.
I can find it.
Okay.
I can find. I'll give
Well,
it to
I
you.
will post it immediately after the show then,
I'll find you posting this
because it's
ridiculous.
that commercial just makes me laugh. Just you fucking just like.
Cunts.
Yeah, it's funny.
Literally, it's good. Alright, boys, I gotta bounce. I'm actually working today. My phone is now buzzing,
Yep.
which means I gotta get
Bad things are happening.
Yep, pretty much.
I did forget to mention. I did do stuff on Saturday.
Fuck!
Though. I was on Chef PK's podcast.
You were.
Yeah, with my
about
39.7 degree. Jay, it's not really that important. I don't know why you calling Jordan.
Jay, don't
on the
call
phone.
it.
Just-
No,
come
it's
on,
not important.
You put it in the
Next time.
chat. I
Put it in
can
the
see
chat.
it.
We can see. Continue.
Yeah, but I was on his podcast. At the time, I was feeling okay. You know, I just had a little bit of sniffles. I don't know when it's coming out because I assume it's getting edited because I'm a foul-mouthed individual. And,
Bro, hell yeah.
it's possible that it is a safe for work podcast, and no one deigned to let me know, so I just let the f-bombs fly.
Hell yeah.
It's maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. When it goes up, I'll let you know.
Please, thank you. I want to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm probably eventually gonna jump on this podcast about sometime soon. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, work it out.
It was good.
Hey guys, I gotta get back to work.
4K. You need 8K.
4K. I can't afford 8K. Come on, not my salary. Get out of here, boy. No, they close with a song, Dan. They close with a song.
They open with a song. They had the middle with the song, and they
was-
close with the song.
There was an encore.
They had an encore?
There was
What
an
the
encore
fuck?
after the last song. Everyone the band went out. Everyone left the stage, and everyone's like clapping. Yeah, good job. And I'm trying to like make the clapping. You know, stop. You go and you go.
Right, yeah.
Everyone's like, and I'm
Do
like,
it again.
what
Do
the
it again.
fuck is going? It's like,
Play it again.
I'm like, Jay, what the hell? And Jay's like, oh yeah, encore. And I'm like, fuck off. There's a fucking encore. There's an encore. She gets back on stage, the pianist and the saxophone player. Pianist.
That's not what I thought you said, but all right.
It's not what I said. Yeah. And then the saxophone player sings a fucking encore.
Okay, cool. Why not?
Blew
Hell yeah.
me away. We're getting order next, but it's gonna be very fucking fun. Anyway, guys, sorry. I gotta actually get to work. There's a lot going on. I'm doing. I can talk about it now. Yeah, it's fine. I'm doing stuff in the anime.
I mean, the event's happening
It's
right
literally
now.
happening,
It's
yeah.
not like
I'm currently tantoing some random things in the managing certain things in like the Anime Con 2022 in New York currently. I'm meant to be in New York, but I'm glad I'm not because fuck that shit. So yeah, I gotta go and make sure everything's going smoothly. But yeah, we'll see about that. And guys, I'll see you guys next week. I'll probably have more to talk about then. I had a lot on the document, but we can get to it next week's perfect.
Yeah. There's some. The reason why I wanted to talk about the chocolate thing was because like that felt like it was a little bit more time sensitive and a little bit weird. The other stuff is kind of just like news.
Yeah. 100%. I wanted to get to the chocolate thing like this week because fucking ridiculous. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, be good. Bye.
See you. I need to transfer. Oop, wrong one.